This is a typical small stream in coastal New South Wales. However, there is only one dominant species present here, Lantana camara. Lantana is an aggressive shrub that grows to about 2 meters tall. However, in conditions like this, it can scramble up to about 6 meters. In this video, I'll show you how to identify Lantana, the different characteristics that makes it a weed, and some of the possible ways that you can control it. It occurs in a variety of habitats, including open forests, rainforest, pasture land, and riparian areas, and urban areas in eastern Australia. It typically prefers damp soils in climates ranging from tropical to warm temperate. Lantana stops growing at around 5 degrees Celsius. Lantana is typically found in the low-lying areas west of the Great Dividing Range. However, they have been found at heights of 1,000 meters in Queensland. Lantana is identified by having square stems with short, curved prickles. The leaves are up to 10 centimeters long and 2 to 8 centimeters wide. Fruits are small, being around 6 to 8 millimeters wide, and start off as green but turn a black-purple color when they're ripe, with each fruit producing one seed. Lantana produces around 20 to 40 hemispheric flowers, which are 20 to 30 millimeters in diameter and 10 to 14 millimeters long. These flowers can come in a variety of colors, which can be determined by the type of location and the age of the lantana. These flowers can range anywhere from yellow to orange to light and dark red to pink and even white. Lantana has various biological characteristics that makes it a weed of national significance. The first being that it produces around 12,000 fruits each year. These fruits can be spread by things like birds as well as the weather, and especially in riparian environments, seeds can drop into the water and move downstream. If these seeds are not collected, they can also survive for around 5 years before they eventually die, before they germinate. Lantana is also highly poisonous to many animals, including humans and livestock. Lantana can also spread and reproduce by layering, which allows it to reshoot from damaged parts of the plant if those parts of the plant reach damp soil. Lantana is also allelopathic, which means that it releases chemicals into the surrounding soil, which kills nearby plants, limiting competition. When Lantana gets a foothold, it can smother other plants as it forms large thickets, further preventing competition. There are several ways to control Lantana, but an integrated approach seems to be the most appropriate method. And the best way to do this is to start with areas with less infestation and making your way up to areas that are more heavily infested. This is done to prevent erosion. Physical removal is best used for small infestations or individual plants, usually after rain when the soil is moist. This can also be used in areas where machinery cannot be accessed and areas that are too sensitive to chemicals. The use of herbicides can also be used in various ways. Sprayings can be very effective, especially in larger thickets. However, in a riparian environment, this isn't very helpful, as the herbicide can flow off the plants and go downstream, further affecting non-target species. The best method involving herbicides is probably the cut and paste technique, which involves cutting stems 17 centimeters off the ground and immediately applying a herbicide such as glyphosate to the area. This kills the plant but allows it to keep its structure. This allows it to have habitat value while the plant is completely dead. To conclude, Lantana is a weed of national significance. It can be identified by its rough green leaves and multiple colored flowers, and its black fruit. Lantana is considered such a weed because of its potential to spread through seeds and layering, its toxicity, and the fact that it forms thickets when it grows. There are many different ways to control Lantana, however, depending on where you are, it's going to be different.